study. There's a bit of attention being paid back here. Cryan has the ability to try and Ramadash his way out of there if it gets a little bit too hot, and it's about to get a little bit too hot. The first drone, there's the watch on the opposite side. Study door, and it's Spoit in that position. The grenade goes through. So does Mowgli, but Spoit's able to get the catch on their backup. P4 is caught out. They're going to keep pushing forward into it. Leans into the fight. Cryan gets one before getting himself downed in the engagement. Spoit gets a double for himself. Kanto, he wants to risk the pickup here. The audio might come through, but with Spoit still watching the door, it's not something Shinka can just try and throw himself into. All of this bloodshed in a single room on the opposite side of the map. One more off the board. Rise, all that is left within about 15 seconds. Around towards the default plant spot.
Tried to use a grenade to check if someone was out there. Not the case. Now he gets into the gunfights. He's on full HP, but it's a flawless round from Rogue. P4 on the opposite side of the map is being waited on by one of the players of Rogue. Scanted is just holding the jump in here. Sees it come through. That's a free pickup. Doesn't even worry about it. And now Rise is trying to go for the quick push with the train. Finds one, but the instant heal comes back up. Stays alive just barely though. Kento with a double kill to lock it all out. And that is the second round for Rogue.
Yeah, 4K on the round there for Kanto.
You don't have to worry about it later on. That's Bieber with a quick entries. Mowgli takes some damage in the meantime. P4 as well. The top floor surely under pressure as a rat beam comes through, and Spoit will be caught off right after he finds the first kill.
Yeah, there it is. And P4 is able to push the balance into their favor. They've got a quick lockdown here. There's still a bit of fishing going on. They've got the C4 in pocket and the Pulse trying to lead the angle. There's the throw, and there's the pop. Mowgli was safe, tucked around the corner, had some safety. The second, though. Oh, it's the double! Oh, Shinka, I think they just rotated.
Bibu up now on the Amaru to see if he can go for that 1v3 clutch. But Rogue, they're all spread out again. They're not wanting to give any of these 1v1s. They're making sure that Bibu needs to be checking every single corner he can, and he did not check the door. Cryan finds the kill, and that is going to be 3-0 for Rogue as they lock off that tertiary site.
To the steps of Rise. Deepak, how close does he know he is? P4, same question. Seems like P4 just misses the slip, gets the first, the second is his as well. P4, an important double kill around on the Solarium stairs. Shinka gets the lockdown on Leon, who did get downed in and amongst that. There's the back end, and P4 gets Spoiled for his trouble. As I said, they tried to change the pace, and it was a flawless one.
That's what they needed to get back into that game. A flawless round to really turn the tide.
Wants to see if he can try and cut somebody off on the route. Shinka's watching the rotation round on the red stairs. Cryan tried to find a fight out the opposite, and Leon is actually going to be the one that leans around the corner. Just misses out on P4, who had the awareness and the sharpness, and over the past 2 rounds has done massive bits here for Wolves, but there's still a bit left. Kanto, he's caught out, rotating his way back round on the opposite side. Mowgli was ready, and it almost feels Cryan tucked around into an open gun vault. This grenade, well, it's probably going to tuck itself right at his feet. Rolls a little bit too far. Cryan survives and takes out Rise. Can't quite get Mowgli on the second. Deepak, suddenly all that's left in the clutch situation. 4 players ahead of them. One of them's going to stick the kit down. They're holding the tall angle. There's one on 90 as well, so we can't quite get the full rotate out. He's going to have to try and make a choice. P4 goes down, but not out. Wolves, 2 rounds.
Tactical timer does really help them there. They managed to instantly get 2 rounds in a row, and that is going to be the bare minimum they were looking for.
It's got to happen soon. Shinka, he's locked outside of the door itself. Deepak's in a position to maybe try and apply some pressure here, but he's held off by Bibu as the opener on Vault. Shinka's tucked round. Right towards the side of the strategy table, past the smoke canister most importantly. Gonna see if he can maybe stick it, waiting for the audio, but it's Spoit that gets it from underneath. The bottom floor is still theirs. Mowgli finds at least Spoit on the way through. P4's recollected the kit. Gonna tuck behind the strategy table once again. Deepak in a position here with a C4. He's gonna go for the firefight first. Goes for the default plant, swings around. The 360's his, but the plant is theirs. 3 versus 1. Mowgli on the door, gets the first, gets the second. He needs the ace to lock in this round here and bring an even half for the guns of Wolves. He does not know. Now he does. He sees the quick rotate, the pings of the player, the bullets that fly by, and it is a Mowgli ace!
Locks it off for a while. It seemed like Rogue was able to get back into it. Spoit from below. He had those default plans under control.
A little bit more back into them.
So surely saw him earlier on and actually went for the peak as well, went for the swing. Grenade will find Rise, brings it back to a 3-3. Still worried about that one player that is playing downstairs. It is an effective all 2-on-2 on side, or 3-on-2 if they decide to all start pushing it. Before he's rotated all the way around, he's found himself back into the first floor and is now looking to go for a big flank towards the main stairs and maybe use that C4 to his advantage as well.
Pre-plays doesn't quite have the connection with the kit itself. They're trying to fight their way through the smoke, and that's a poorly timed finger boost because that's just going to hurt you a little bit more. Has to take the spray in the fight itself. They're trying to force it, but Mowgli has different ideas. Mowgli has very different ideas. 3 versus 1. One dropped on the back stairs. There's barely any time. And Wolves take their first defense. Way around to study. He got the lead in on the opposite side of the map itself. Now they're going to fight their way over the top of red. P4 is close. We hear a drone rolling. Did it see him?
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
There's another player coming through. Will he find him? He's in big panic as he hoped to reload his SMG, but Deepak finds the kill. Brings the favor back to Rogue. But that's a big loss, 20 seconds. They need to start pushing the site right now. Are they capable of getting that diffuser down on the ground? How much utility is still available? No smoke canister, so this is going to be just a gunfight on gunfight experience.
Well, there's 2 on Solarium, and now there's 1 less, but it's the Rogue player gone. Deepak's going to see if he can stick it. Cryan is the only player technically left alive, but not very well. And there, time's out. I think he knew that the Wolves were circling, and they've now put 5 rounds in a row.
Rogue to continue their attack.
Mowgli suffers a shoulder of damage first. They're sort of rebuffing the team further back. P4 and Shinka on the rotate, and Mowgli on that. Bibu with the second, straight over the top there, tucked onto the back of the shield. He's been a bit quieter this game.
It's not looking very likely that they could win it, but Deepak finds himself inside. He's going to get pre-fired. He's going to be able to find a kill. No, he will not. It's only up to Canton now. A bit of a pre-fire coming through. Finds 1. But needs 4 more within 7 seconds. That means this round is over. That means it is going to be match point for Wolves. And not just 1, but 3, Emmy.
6 rounds in a row.
There's still 2 players down below. P4 has a C4. He's about to use it. Might catch Spoids as a result. No. Rise is going to be coming in quite close. Finds him into the back of it. And that is going to be a kill. It brings it back to a 4-4. Spots another player on the top of red. Knows there's going to be 2 there. P4 locks 1 off.
20 seconds now. Leon's inside the site with the kit, but he doesn't feel comfortable enough to stick it, and it makes sense. They're rotating their way background on the main stairs on the opposite side. The fight is onto the gun vault, and it's theirs. There's Deepak over the top for a double. Watching the stair set itself. Shinka inside. All that's left. The kit should get locked in here, tucked behind the default plant spot. There's the reveal on 1. And the reveal on the player itself, the second outside far onto the balcony, and now with the rotate round onto red stairs. Rogue is playing this cautiously. They've lost clutches on this site before, and, well, they're not going to be the victim of another. Rogue, their first round in 6. They need 2 more to get to OT. Leon's putting the pressure here on towards the gun vault.
Hoping to open up, but again, the Mew Gemmer, so Kanto needing to use a grenade to get rid of them. Comes through, gets the Mew Gemmer, that means the opening will be made. Finds P4, so that is going to be at least bring the favor back in them. Not anymore. Mowgli finds 1. Deepak finds another kill, and that brings it to a 2 and 3. Wolves again on the back foot.
All traded across the board here, but you're looking at 20 seconds. That ominous 6th man keeps ticking, and Rise is holding onto the angle. They're going to see if they can slip themselves behind the default plant spot. The pre-fire comes against them, just sort of making the statement and hoping they come in on the back of it. The smoke cover. They're behind the strategy table. They opted the gamble there onto the plant itself. Shinka's trying to go for the retake round onto the opposite side. They can't make the connection with any of these remaining players. 1 inside study. And now, only 1 left. They take the first. With 1 on the strategy table. There's the second downed. They just need to get this. The last player, the last fight. Both of them on a flicker, a sliver of health over the bow of red. 30 seconds. Shinka with the wider swings. Gonna wait for the audio here. They're not entirely sure where the player is. They're not entirely sure on the angle they're gonna go with. Cryan tucks himself in close, but it's Shinka that has the final connection, and look at P4's face. He's in as much disbelief as we are. The day is Wolves.